If your OpenVPN Access Server logs show the message IP address pool depleted default user, it means the server couldn't find an available IP address for a connecting VPN client. There are 4 versions of this error: default user, group, static user, and group hybrid. This explanation focuses only on default user, which refers to the default VPN client address pool. The other versions use the same basic math, but they get their addresses from different settings and require different fixes. The first thing to understand is that this error doesn't necessarily mean the entire address pool is full. In many cases, the pool still has plenty of unused addresses. The problem is how Access Server divides those addresses between its OpenVPN daemons. Think of the address pool as a large parking lot. Access Server divides that parking lot into smaller, equally sized sections. Each OpenVPN daemon gets its own section. Access Server normally runs multiple daemons to handle VPN traffic. Some handle UDP connections and others handle TCP connections. Every daemon section reserves 3 IP addresses. One is the network address, one is the broadcast address, and one is used by the daemon's virtual interface. All the remaining addresses can be assigned to VPN clients. Here's the important part. When a client connects, it can only receive an address from the section assigned to the daemon handling that connection. It cannot take a free address from another daemon section. That means one daemon can run out of addresses even if many addresses are still available in other parts of the pool. Let's look at an example. Suppose the default VPN client pool is 172.27.224.0/24. A /24 contains 256 total addresses. Now suppose Access Server is running 32 daemons, 16 UDP daemons, and 16 TCP daemons. Access Server divides the 256 address pool into 32 equal sections. That gives each daemon 8 addresses. 3 of those 8 addresses are reserved, leaving only 5 addresses for VPN clients, so each daemon can support 5 clients. If a 6th client lands on a daemon that already has 5 clients, the connection fails with the IP address pool depleted default_user message. This can happen even if the other 31 daemons still have free addresses. Clients also aren't always distributed evenly between the daemons. For example, some networks block or restrict UDP traffic. When that happens, VPN clients may fall back to TCP port 443. Those connections can only use the TCP daemons. The UDP daemons might remain mostly empty, while the TCP daemons fill up. Reconnections can also contribute to the problem. If a laptop or phone briefly loses its connection and reconnects, the old session may keep its address for a short time. The new session might land on another daemon and receive a second address. For a short period, one device can consume more than one address. This is common when users move between Wi-Fi and mobile networks or experience an unstable connection. Because you can't control which daemon a client will reach, the safest sizing method is to make sure every daemon can independently support the maximum number of simultaneous client connections. That might sound like over-provisioning, but private IP addresses don't have a licensing cost. Making the pool larger is much less disruptive than having users lose access because one daemon section is full. To calculate the correct pool size, you need 3 pieces of information. First, determine the maximum number of simultaneous VPN connections. Count connected devices, not just users. If one person connects a laptop and a phone at the same time, that person uses 2 addresses. Multi-device usage is one of the most common reasons this number is underestimated. If you aren't sure what number to use, the Access Server subscription limit is a reasonable upper limit because it controls the number of simultaneous connections. For this example, we'll plan for 50 simultaneous connections. Second, find the current default VPN client pool. In Access Server 3.0 or newer, you can find it under VPN Server, then subnets, and then default VPN client address pool. In our example, the network is 172.27.224.0, and the mask is 24. Third, find the number of OpenVPN daemons. In Access Server 3.0 or newer, go to VPN Server, then Network Settings, and look for OpenVPN daemons. Add the UDP and TCP numbers together. In this example, we have 16 UDP daemons and 16 TCP daemons, for a total of 32. Now we can calculate the required pool size we're planning for 50 simultaneous client connections. Each daemon also needs the 3 reserved addresses we discussed earlier. So we start with 50 client addresses plus 3 reserved addresses equals 53 addresses needed for each daemon. IP subnets come in fixed sizes based on powers of 2. The available sizes are 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, and so on. We can't create a standard subnet containing exactly 53 addresses. The 2 available sizes around 53 are 32 and 64. 32 is too small, so we must move up to the next valid size, which is 64. This is why we say to round up to the next power of 2. We're not rounding to the nearest number. We're choosing the smallest valid subnet that is large enough. So 53 required addresses becomes a 64 address block. A block of 64 addresses is a /26 subnet. After subtracting the 3 reserved addresses, each daemon has 61 addresses available for VPN clients. That gives each daemon enough room for our target of 50 connections, with some extra capacity. Next, we multiply the 64 addresses needed per daemon by the number of daemon sections. We have 32 daemons, so the calculation is 64 addresses multiplied by 32 daemons equals 2,048 total addresses. A pool containing 2,048 addresses uses a /21 prefix. So in this example, the recommended pool is 172.27.224.0/21. Always round up during this calculation. Never round to the nearest power of 2. For example, if a calculation says you need 1,200 total addresses, you must use 2,048. Even though 1,024 is numerically closer, it's still too small. There's one more detail of the daemon count. Access Server can only divide the pool into a power of 2 number of equal sections. So if you have 24 daemons, Access Server divides the pool as if there were 32 sections. 24 sections are used, and 8 remain unused. That unused space is expected and harmless, but it must be included in the calculation. In other words, 24 daemons must be rounded up to 32 daemon sections. If the current pool is already large enough, don't resize it automatically. First, confirm that your concurrent connection estimate is correct. Remember to count devices, not just people. Then confirm that the error actually says default user. If it says group, static user, or group hybrid, the problem is in a different address pool. It's also perfectly fine for the current pool to be larger than the recommendation. That only means the pool has extra capacity, which is harmless. Before expanding the pool, you need to complete a few safety checks. First, compare the new range with other Access Server address pools. Make sure it doesn't overlap the static IP address network or any group-specific client pools. Overlapping VPN address pools can result in duplicate addresses and difficult connection problems. Second, compare the expanded pool with every network reachable through the VPN. This includes office networks, client-side LANs, site-to-site networks, cloud networks, and any other private subnets users need to reach. If the VPN client pool overlaps one of those networks, connected users may be unable to reach devices in the overlapping range. Third, look for routes, access control rules, firewall rules, NAT rules, and other configurations that refer to the old pool. Changing from /24 to /21 expands the pool from 256 addresses to 2,048 addresses. Any rule that only permits or routes the old /24 may need to be updated to recognize the new /21. Once you've confirmed the new range is correctly aligned and doesn't overlap anything, you can apply the change. For a quick reference, you'll see 2 tables on the screen. The first shows the recommended pool mask based on your maximum number of concurrent connections and total daemon count. The second shows how each prefix, such as /24 or /21, translates into the total number of IP addresses. Feel free to pause the video while you find the values that match your setup. To summarize the example, the original pool was 172.27.224.0/24. It contained 256 total addresses, but dividing it among 32 daemons left only 5 usable client addresses per daemon. The new pool is 172.27.224.0/21. It contains 2,048 total addresses and gives each daemon 61 usable client addresses. Before the change, the sixth client landing on the same daemon could fail. After the change, every daemon has enough room for 50 simultaneous client connections, plus some additional capacity. The key point is that the default _user pool error usually isn't about the total number of free addresses. It happens because the specific daemon handling a connection has run out of addresses in its section. Count the maximum number of simultaneously connected devices, add the 3 reserved addresses, round up to the next valid power of 2 subnet size, and multiply that by the number of daemon sections. Then check the expanded range for alignment, overlaps, routes, and firewall rules before applying it during a maintenance window. One last note, this fix applies to IPv4. IPv6 uses the same per daemon model, but its much larger address space means no IPv6 change is normally needed.